Nearly ready?
Yeah, I was waiting for you.
I'm ready.
Well, you didn't tell me.
Chop chop.
I'm just getting all the shit out of the background so it doesn't look ugly. Do you want it to look ugly? Don't think so. Can't put my light on because you've unplugged my lights again.
Mic level 93. Right. I shaved off my beard this morning by mistake. Hannah can't even look at me, she says I look like a mole rat.
I didn't say you looked like a mole rat. I joked about you looking like a mole rat one time.
I put it on setting 4 and I meant to put it on setting 8 and then I switched and I was like, oh no, and so it's gone but I'm gonna grow it back. I look like a mole rat. I hate looking at myself with no beard. I look horrible.
No, you
anyway,
don't.
I do.
You just
You
look
can't even look at me.
different.
Yeah. Anyway, let's not talk about that.
It's not the stuff in Michalak I'm used to.
I'm mourning the beard.
I'm mourning the beard too.
I'm mourning the beard. Should we go fish it out of the bin and glue it back on?
We should have done that.
Yeah. Just really patchy glued on. Hi guys, just don't even mention it. That would be great. This video is going to be, well, it's not going to be anything. We just decided to not even plan anything.
We don't have a plan.
Just to sit down and just to talk, and that was going to be the video, just a sit down talk video with no plan of what to talk about. If you go and meet a friend, you don't really have like an agenda or a plan of things you want to talk to your friend about, so you just go and meet them. So we thought we'd do something like that, where we just go and talk to you and not have a kind of an agenda.
It's kind of like coming out for a drink with us without the drinks.
Yeah. So let me ask you a couple of questions.
Okay. You already know everything about me, but go crazy.
Okay. You alright?
I'm alright.
Yeah, good, that's alright. Good.
Oh wow, this is hard.
This is going to be tricky. Let's talk about YouTube then, I suppose, because this is one of the main
That's a
things
good
that
place to start. It's interesting seeing like the other side of it than just the side that is the finished part.
The
like
polished
it's
part,
good to
yeah.
see behind the scenes of what actually really goes on and what people are really like and how hard it really is, and there's loads of bits that go into it that I feel like people don't see.
Let's talk about what it's like to live and work together. Not many people do that, do they? Not many people live and work together.
Yeah.
Like married to the person you
I
work
don't really
with.
know how we do it.
It can be quite hard sometimes.
Yeah.
There's a few holes in some walls in the house from fierce arguments.
To be fair though, it's usually I get a bit of raging PMT sometimes.
Yeah, it is quite savage, your PMT.
And you tend to chew quite loudly when I'm PMTing.
Hannah's
Funnily enough.
Normally, I can handle Hannah's PMT. Like once a month, it's okay. It's like a bit rocky. But then once every average, like about 3 months,
I get savage.
It's like she's been possessed. Like it's the demon, like the evilest demon
Alright,
you can
chill
imagine
out.
is possessed. Sorry. Yeah, she's intense. Sorry about the like jumbo jets going over our house. They literally fly like 2 meters above our house every day, constantly.
That's one thing, when we move house, I specifically do not want to live under a flight path. That's like up there on one of the top
Fine.
points.
We can deal with that.
Because for filming, it's like, and you're halfway through a sentence and you get bloody... It is actually like a jumbo jet.
It is a jumbo jet, I think. I don't even know what a jumbo jet is. No, but I like it. I like working with Hannah because we're like best mates, aren't we?
The weird thing is though that the only thing we ever argue about is either housework or creative differences. So if we get a job come through and I've got a vision for it and you don't agree with it, or you've got a vision for it that I don't like, that's when we argue. We will only ever argue about work stuff. It's never like anything really serious because we're just best mates.
And we know
who happen to fancy each other.
Yeah,
yes.
We've kind of, I
Score.
don't know how you fancy with this horrible chin of mine. But,
Mole rat.
Don't shout mole rat.
Molly.
It's all like frequencies, I suppose. If you think about like different people are on different frequencies, and if you know somebody really, really well, you can kind of try and like jump on their frequency, or they can jump on your frequency, and then you just tend to get on a little bit better.
I think the thing with you and I that we've really learnt about each other since we've been working together from home and raising Grayson together from home, like 24/7, is how to skirt around arguments that we don't need to have. So if it's like an argument about a job, we kind of need to have that argument because we need to decide what's going to happen with the job. But if it's like just one of us is in a really bad mood that day, the other one kind of knows how to deal with that now, rather than getting angry about it yourself. You're just like, okay, I'm just gonna like try not to annoy you for a few hours, and like I feel like we're both quite good at that now.
I used to have this thing where I used to get so much rage with just silly things would annoy me, that I had so much anger.
You used to smash stuff.
I used to smash things. What I used to do, but I was a practical smasher. So I
pick something you didn't like.
I get something I didn't like, normally a cup or a glass that I just don't like, and I put it in a plastic bag and I take it outside and smash it against the wall.
I never saw you do that, you freak.
Yeah, I've done that.
That's a bit weird.
Yeah, because then you don't have to smash it against the wall, because then pick up all the glass. That's a bit depressing. So you can just smash it. No, but it's a controlled smashing. It's fine.
I think we should move past controlled smashing.
Anyway, I used to do that, but then I don't want to be one of those people who talk about CrossFit all the time, because they're like the worst people in the world.
You do talk about CrossFit.
I never talk about CrossFit to anyone other than you.
Yeah, that's why I
and only because you say how was CrossFit and I tell you about it. Since I started doing that, it's completely leveled out my anger.
Much less smashing.
I don't get really angry anymore. I'm really passive now, so just get out this like burst of aggression. Testosterone, and then by the time I get back, I'm just too tired to be angry.
Yeah, but that's when you're grumpiest though, before you've had your coffee. You're grumpiest before you've had your coffee in the morning. I'm grumpiest at that time.
Well, we always say how we don't want this channel really to change. We only say that because it's perfect the way it is. We get everything we need from it right now. I don't think there's anything we need more than what we have, is there? Like,
it's the only thing I would like in our lives that we don't have, which is a very selfish thing to want, is a house.
Yeah, but we're on track to buying one in a few years, I reckon.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like,
it's just one of those really frustrating things, I think, where you're like, I just want like security for the family, and it's just frustrating that knowing that a big move is coming up, but being in this limbo place where you can't really afford to buy a house yet, but you know that you're going to buy a house, but then where are you going to buy a house, and do you rent there first? And like, it's just really on my mind at the moment, and I just get really frustrated with it. 'Cause it's not over. I'm living for today. 'Cause it's not over.
A lot of YouTubers get stopped, like they have to shut down places when they go in them and stuff like that. It's horrible. I would never ever want to chat us or put Grayson through that. Like we like it the way it is, and if it started to be like you left the house and people coming up to you all the time, that's just not, it doesn't interest us. So how we do that is not do like any of these kind of summer in the cities. Don't do any collab videos. Don't do tag videos. Don't do VidCon-y kind of stuff. We wouldn't ever go to one of those.
I think I just couldn't do that anyway though, because I'm so like awkward. I just feel like, what would I say to these people, and why would they want to meet us? And
I think it's all a networking thing.
I just think, and I'm not into that. I like doing what we're doing, and I'm enjoying it. So I don't feel the need to like spread it. We're just doing it because we like doing it.
Yeah, we just want to keep it the way it is, and we like it the way it is. And when people say to us sometimes, and they're like, oh, you said something that's really offending me, I know I'm unsubscribing. That's a bit like, I imagine that's a bit like having a garden, and a weed gets up and goes, I hate this garden, I'm getting out of it, and he walks out. You're like, fine, thanks. That's good with us. We never will ever want anyone following us or watching us who would ever try and make us be some people that we aren't. I think that's really important.
That's one thing I actually do really like, when people might come and say hello to us that watch us, is that I always feel like I can have a proper conversation with them, and that we're quite like-minded, and sometimes I feel like, oh, I really like you, I want you to be my friend in real life, kind of thing. And I think there's something really cool about that. It's like dating, but for friends. Like online dating, but
the trick is for us to keep it the way it is. It's perfect the way it is. Everyone that watches us gives us everything we could ever need and everything we could ever want. We don't need fancy stuff, do we?
Don't like fancy stuff.
up Grayson from nursery soon, don't I?
Yes.
You miss him?
I do actually. I just edited him from yesterday, so I'm
So you've had your dose.
No, I just miss him now.
He always comes back from nursery really difficult because he's tired. I think he's had such a big day of playing that he's just so exhausted when he gets back.
I never believe them that he's like that when they say that he's napped.
Yeah, I don't either.
I can't imagine him lying down on the floor in a room full of other children and toys and going to sleep.
That's
Imagine if I tried to make him do that. He'd be like, see ya. I'm just going to finish this nail.
Sorry about this. Hannah's being really rude and just polishing her nails.
You're talking a lot, so I'm just getting something done that
it's just quiet. If I don't talk, it's just silence.
I told you I had nothing to talk about.
Well, they don't tell me if we're talking.
Well, don't tell me if we're doing my nails while you're talking. Here you go, here's a bicker.
Forgive us for this sit-down ramble. Sorry if we didn't really articulate our points well. We didn't plan any of this, so it's just a stream of consciousness coming out of our mouth.
Note to selves, never don't plan a video ever again.
Yeah. Anyway, if you guys do want a dose of Grayson, you either have Hannah's blog, with tons of pictures of Grayson on it this week, and you also have Hannah's raw vlog, which is
You do.
this new thing we're doing now where Hannah basically just gets the camera and just cuts it all herself. I don't have any involvement in it. I don't add any music or grading.
You'd have heart palpitations if I showed it to you.
I wouldn't be able to
put
it out.
I can't put this out because you're such a perfectionist. Which
but
is kind of why I'm doing it.
I think, judging by like what people are saying, I think a lot of people prefer that style. They prefer watching just the raw cuts.
I don't know about that. I do think people like having options of having either like the highlight reel of the week or the raw version of the week. I think they like having either. Some people hate raw, some people hate silky montages. It's like, I don't know, I enjoy filming a raw day because I feel like it's like a little log of what the day was really like, and I just really enjoy that because I've always enjoyed like logging stuff. Now you're coming up for it. When our channel became our job, and it wasn't just my hobby anymore, I kind of missed having a little hobby that was just fun for me, and that wasn't like, that there was no pressure on, not that there's loads of pressure on the vlog or anything, but just that was just something that I enjoyed doing for me. And I felt like I had a bit of a hole where my hobby used to be, and so by starting my own channel it kind of filled it.
I think that's the problem, is that hobbies are things that you do that you don't feel pressure to do, you do for fun. And because with the way we were filming it, and I wanted to get better and I wanted to get better and I wanted to improve it, that with that expectation of getting them better comes a bit of pressure, and then that hobby that you had then turns into something that's no longer enjoyable, and you're like, this isn't enjoyable.
And I just felt like I kind of started the whole thing just sitting on the bed, didn't I? Just talking about stuff that I liked, and then all of a sudden there's like drones in the air and like silky shots everywhere, and I'm like, how's this happened? And I'm like, I just want to sit on the bed and talk about stuff. So that's what I'm doing now.
Our life would be so much easier if we just did the raw cut versions, but for
You're
me,
too much of a perfectionist.
For me, I love doing I'm so passionate about our vlogs that we do, and I've never done something that I've enjoyed as much as making weekly videos.
Like 50 one day. Well, actually, that's not that far away for someone.
Shut up, you twat.
But like, do you ever think we'll be like old one day and be like, oh, remember when we used to do YouTube?
You know what? No,
Wouldn't that be a weird conversation if we ever had that conversation?
Huge part of our lives. Mind you, maybe
like,
if you did ballet
if there's
for a
like
few
a
years.
10-year gap.
Yeah, you're right.
And then we're
we made all this YouTube videos. Do you think they're still online? Should we go and check? Yeah.
I wonder if online will even be a thing.
Imagine that. Yeah. No, I don't think so. I think it'll be such an important part of our lives for years to come, I reckon. But yeah, we'll see. They'll change massively over the years, but it'll still be always an important part of our lives. Like we've always said, handing this all to Grayson one day would be the best thing ever. To be like, there you go, Grayson, continue the legacy, man. Like, carry it on, keep doing it.
I'm secretly hoping that he'll like learn to play guitar and that he can sing, and so that he can take over the channel one day and just sing songs to like all these girls.
The problem is though, is that I was pretty much insufferable until I was about 25, and then I became borderline.
You mean 34?
Shut up. Like when I was like, because most guys in their 20s, like most guys in their 20s are just kind of quite a lot to prove, and then when you get to 30, you just chill out a bit, and you're like, I don't have anything to prove anymore.
What were you like when you were 20 then?
Awful. awful.
You're not really that chilled out now, honey. Anyway, we should probably round
I've got to
this
pick up
up.
my son. He's probably like cold shivering outside the nursery now.
He's the last one with his raincoat on and his PE bag.
Bubba and him just getting wet in the rain. Yeah.
Oh, we're so mean that we both laughed at that.
I know, we shouldn't find that funny, should we?
No. Right.
Thanks so much for watching, guys. Excuse this type of vlog.
Don't know what to call this.
Yeah.
Right, anyway, let's say goodbye.
It's called a verbal diarrhea.
If we must.
Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next week for a normal vlog, back to normal and everything, with all the silkies and everything, provided you want to see them.
Bum's on now.
Should take advantage of that.
I hate the cutting that.
Why do I have to cut that?
Yeah, that's gross.